So hey, how's it going guys, and welcome to my next video. Today we'll be learning a quick lubrication technique for your 2x2s. So let's go. So I done a video similar to this a couple of weeks ago where I showed you guys on how to lube your Moyu pyramid, and since it got about 350 views, I guess you guys liked it, and I just wanted to do something similar but with a different cube. So here I am with the 2x2. Okay, so there are a couple of things that you have to know before you start lubing your 2x2. So number one, when we were learning on how to lube our pyramids, it differs from pyramids to pyramids, because in the Shengshao you don't have any ball bearings in the sides, and the internal structure is a little bit different when compared to the Moyu, which has ball bearings in there, and there's just a little more complicated stuff in the Moyu pyramids when compared to the Shengshao. But when it comes to 2x2s, most of them have the same internal structure, and this can be figured out just by popping off your corner piece like that. So if you observe closely, these pieces are like the edges of a 3x3, and these act as the corners. So basically the core of a 2x2 is a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So this one is a Dian. What I have here is the Moyu Lingpo. So as you can see over there with the Lingpo, it's quite similar. It's just that these pieces are like a little difficult to get in, but they're almost alike. So these are the edges. So this is the edges, another edge, another edge. So most 2x2s have the same internal structure. So which means I'm going to be demonstrating my lubing technique with my Dian first and my Lingpo. But you can just apply this to a with 2 version 1 or 2, or a Lang Lang, whichever puzzle you're comfortable with. Okay. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first step in every lube is disassembling your puzzle. So the way this works in 2x2 is you want to take your piece to 45 degrees and then just pop it from there, and it's gonna come out very easily. And then just take out all the pieces one by one. And what I'm gonna be doing now is, usually when I'm lubing my puzzles, I remove the screws and lube in there. But this time I'm not gonna do that because the tensions on my 2x2 are just perfectly set up that I don't want to ruin them. Although I'll be experimenting on lubing the screws in my Lingpo. Okay, so you don't want to take out all your pieces off your 2x2 because this is more than enough. Because the core is just so small that I can see the core right here the moment I pop off 2 pieces. But I just wanted to pop off 4 to be really sure and comfortable lubing it. So I've removed 2 edges and only 4 corners. So you might kind of require 2 types of lube now. So one is you want something with a high viscosity, which is like really gummy and thick, and you want to apply that in your cube's core. So the reason for applying this in your core is because it's more consistent and it's gonna stay in your core for a longer time. But if the same you're gonna apply Maru in your core, it's gonna wear off in a couple of weeks. But a Lubical weight 4 or weight 3 or weight 5, it's gonna stay in your core for a longer time and it'll be gummy at the beginning, but it's gonna become smooth over time. So what you wanna do is you just wanna, let me see if I can focus that. There we go. So I'm just gonna, just push it out a little bit like that. And then I'm just gonna take my syringe inside the core and then just apply that lube like that. And you want to make sure don't apply too much because it's just a 2x2 and you could ruin a lot of stuff in the 2x2. So yeah, once again I'm just gonna take out a little bit of lube, not too much, just a little bit, and on the other side as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on my edge pieces for my 2x2. I'm just gonna put in all my 4 edges. And what I do now is I take my Maru. So what Maru is for is it's for the exterior places. So these places are the places where you have dirt accumulation, and due to that your cube gets a little bit slower. So Maru prevents that from happening. So you just want to leave like 1 drop in that area over there, like there, 1 drop over there, and 1 drop over there. So that's pretty much it, and just you want to push it in if you can. So yeah, just let it spread around for a while, and then it's gonna be really good. So now it's just simple. You just want to pop on all your pieces back together. There we go. Oh, okay. And yeah. So now we have our weight 4 in our core, and that's gonna last for a longer time, while we have Maru for our exterior loosening and exterior smoothing. So that's gonna wear off in like about a month or so. I'm guessing not even that. If you're gonna be soldering for a long time, it's gonna be wearing out very soon. So as you can see, it's really good. And I just want to apologize once again that I couldn't meddle with the tensions, but I just set the tension so perfect over the years. I just don't want to ruin it. So yeah, that's really good. And I expected it to be a little more gummy at the initial stage itself, but it's not that gummy, and it feels really nice. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it with my dyeing. Okay, so here with my Lan, we're gonna be doing a little more deep lubing over here. We're gonna be removing the screws, and we're gonna be lubing all the screws and all that stuff. And there's just one thing that you have to know when you're doing it with your Lingpo, and that is it's really hard to put back your last 2 edges. It's gonna take a lot of time, lot of loosening your screws and stuff, because the space between 2 edges is really less as when compared to the dyeing. So the initial step is just the same like the dyeing. Just want to remove all your corners this time. There we go. So yeah, now what we have with us is a ball 3x3. That's really nice. So let's go ahead and remove our edges one by one. And I don't think they're coming out. They just need to be loosened a little bit. So I have my screwdriver here. Let's go ahead and loosen them up. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And I just don't like disassembling the core completely for 2x2, as I think it's a little bit pointless to lube each and every washer in a 2x2. So what I do instead is I just loosen up my centers a little bit, so that you can just pull them out like that. And then I take a little bit of lube. There we go. And what I do is I just pull out a centerpiece like that, take my lube, and then just go a little bit right in there, close it back in, and it's opposite. Once again, just open it a little right in there, pop it back in. So we have these 2 sensors done. Moving on, you want to take really just a little teeny weeny bits. You don't want to overload your puzzle, and you don't want to ruin your 2x2. So then on the other side, a little bit, okay. Then on these centers, okay, and the last one. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. We have lubed all of our center pieces now. Now we just want to take a little bit more, like that, and then just put it in there, in between these three things, you know, in your link post core. So yeah, that's pretty much how your core should be looking right now. Okay, so now we're gonna get to assembling our edges and corners. You just want to make sure your screws are really loose, so that it's gonna be easy for us, and we'll work on equating our tensions later on. Okay, for the assembling part of your Moyo Lingpong, you want to find out this block that you have, and what you want to do is you want to take out one of the centers adjacent to it totally. So there, like that. We're just gonna take one out, like totally. So what you want to do next is you want to take an edge piece, and you see the small kind of gap that we have over here. So what you want to do with that gap is that's gonna lock within. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and you're gonna make sure that gap goes right into that thing, like that. So once again, there's a gap and there's one kind of edge. Just lock it in like that. So these pieces are called your anchor pieces. So what these pieces do is that they lock in your puzzle. It's like that's basically a core of a 2x2. So the next edge, it's gonna be a little difficult pushing them in between two edges, but you just try. As our edges are also really loose, it's gonna be possible to get it in, just like that. So we have two of our edges inside, and last one is gonna lock in there, and that's pretty simple to put in, just like that. And this one came out. So yeah, so now those are your anchor pieces. So you want to make sure they are in first. So what you want to do now is you want to take out your center and that you took out previously, and you want to screw it back in. Not totally. You just want it to be a little more loose, so that you can end up putting all your pieces inside. So what you want to do next is you want to take any random piece and then just put it in, and now there is our core in the anchor piece, and that's going to secure all the other pieces. So now it's pretty much self-explanatory. You just want to go ahead and put all of your edges one by one inside. First one, second one goes in there, yes. And then you just want to put in 4 of your corners, like that. And your next edges, and then you want to go on with your edges. So yeah, so you're done with the layer. So what you want to do now is similar to what you did with the dyeing. Take your maru, and on the exterior part, just add a drop, and then just push it in, and its opposite side, one more drop, and that's gonna go right in there. So yeah, now that's gonna help us on the exterior part of the cube. So that goes, and you want to put in 2 corners with your first edge, and your next edge right there. and your corner, and you want to put in your edge, one of your edges there, and your other edge piece there. Okay, so last piece. Now this way it gets a little bit tricky. You just want to hold around your cube, because when you're trying to put this piece in, this piece is going to try to pop up. So you just hold your cube tightly, and this actually did pop right now. You just want to take it there, just reposition that edge in there a little bit, and you're done assembling your Moyu Lingpo. So I'm sure you guys can hear it. It feels really good, but it's really loose. So yeah, if you like a 2x2 loose, then like me, then you can just leave your 2x2 like this, but it definitely is gonna pop. So now we're gonna be working on the tensioning part and making sure it's equal on all the sides. So let's go. So now as you see, all the screws are evenly loosened. What you want to do now is you want to hold up your cube and you want to count the number of turns you're going to do with the screwdriver. So I usually do 2. So we go half, 1, 1.5. I'm just going to do 1.5 this time. So 1.5 turns on the yellow side. Sorry. 1.5. Red side done. Black side 1.5. Orange side half, 1.5. Blue side half, 1.5. Green side half, 1.5. And yeah. And what you just want to play around with your cube. You just want to see if any side feels a little bit heavier, then you want to loosen it a little bit. You just want to play around with the tensions, and eventually you will get your cube to your perfect tensions as per your liking. And yeah, that's pretty much how you lube your 2x2s quick and efficient. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like, it does help me a lot, and of course subscribe. I'll meet you later in my next video. Until then, bye.